About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there in every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the ground is Rivers. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Austin's got it left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills 7, Chiefs nothing.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They run with Rivers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll run it here with Rivers. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
On the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
10 at the 19-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
2. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Wilson. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
There's Wilson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll drop the throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Rivers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw.
30-yard line.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Yeah, that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now it's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Wilson will throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game. But, Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's got room past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, it's Bishop. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on 1st down. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bishop. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Second and 4. Over the middle, it hits Austin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Austin is there and brings in another one. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A gain of 15.
Now Wilson.
First down, Chiefs.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 12.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside.
Complete to number 19. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Wilson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Price. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Now third and goal.
On third and goal, Wilson. He'll try and do this. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bishop.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Austin's got it left side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They'll try the left side. Roach. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he is caught. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, and try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
On 1st down, Roach. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Wilson. That's caught right side by Worthy. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Bishop. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there. 3rd and 1, but this D was up. Challenge and stopped them, bringing up fourth down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. To throw is Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. Looking to throw. Wilson. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Kansas City.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
1st down, Chiefs.
They'll run on 1st down. Rivers. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. 2nd and 9. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Price. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And here come the Bills. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Austin. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be 50-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas
A
City.
big play there. 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Here's 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Delgado. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. A good kick, 48 yards. 4 on the return. Will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Now Wilson. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Chiefs. 1st down.
On 1st down, Rivers. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a touchdown down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. House. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yards.
They have nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Bills 35. Chiefs.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Chiefs now down by 15. A minute 36 to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
There's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. And he is caught. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw again is Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum. and even more hope when they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The Bills offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Buffalo, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.